Are you ready? Clap your hands, stomp your feet, and get ready to bring in the revolution with Mr. Russell.
Good evening. Hello. Don't feel obliged to respond as a unit. I appreciate the concept of individuality. Witness. Oh Christ. I'm easily startled, you know, a noise like that. Unless a man would have crumbled. Thanks for turning up. I'm just That's interesting, because there was a tangible ripple effect. Right, I noticed you responded initially, then there were sort of subsequent layers of response, reaching out in sort of concentric circles. I thought we were a little bomb of humour. Hello dear, glad you could make it, cheers. If you could bring a ridiculous cleavage with you for your late arrival. It's not as if I'm grappling with sex addiction up here. I think I'm wearing this many belts. You alright? Yeah, alright, you know. Do you have a womb? Get you all nice and pregnant? No. It's nice to have this sort of lighting level, I think, you know, allows me to survey the room, begin the selection process early on. And what you lack in punctuality, you certainly make up for in memory. I've come here in good faith. From England, you know, there may be some linguistic quirks that trouble you, like if you are, oh, of course, you know, some English people here, if you are English, say, ooh, hello. I'm not sure what kind of response you'll get from the call to arms from an Englishman. Sometimes they can be quite a timid bunch, like, oh yeah, I'm English, don't mention it. For sometimes you'll get a more raucous and baldy hooligan fraternity. Yeah, fucking hell, yeah! I would like you to refrain from boorishness in front of the Americans. If we can't offer them good manners, what can we offer them? So we have little chance of reclaiming this colony if we get by oaths. For pity's sake, behave. Sort of really, this is like early on for me, sort of gigs out here, so I'm still sort of, you know, trying to do a bit of translative stuff, trying to learn a few things. I struggle a little bit just every day with the language, mostly oddly, bizarrely, because, you know, we the English are renowned for our manners and our strict adherence to protocols. I think that you lot are a little bit, you know, the Americans, no offence, I love you and everything, I'm not having a pop at you just because of international policy and all that, I'm not blaming you for that as individuals, you're lovely people. Some of the greatest artists of all time sprung from here, some of the greatest thinkers, you know, it's just the rhubarb going on, isn't there, you know, I'm not seeking to condemn you for that. Let me make that clear. I've not come here from England to sort of kick off, to start saying, well, here, have a look at yourselves, the way you're living, bloody hell. Who's that lunatic you put in charge? You know. Nice for you to have an election, don't get worked up about it though, because essentially you are just choosing between shades of pigment. Nothing will actually change, you realise. If anyone was going to do something, they would be weeded out early on in the selection process. You're not allowed to pick people who go, oh, fucking hell, should we form 50-man socialist Soviets and try and change the world and have a currency of love instead of a monetary-based one? They go, fucking hell, you know, just wouldn't last, you know. It's a shame like that Hillary is no longer available, because at least like, that gave us the option to have one with a vagina, which I thought was a nice quirk. Oh, one's got a vagina, one's a bit brown, one can't move his arms above his head. Great, you know. That's essentially what you're picking between. I'd like one that had a vagina, was a bit brown, and couldn't move his arms above his head. That would be a precedent worth having, I think. But sort of politically, I think you'll find that it's all pretty fucking meaningless. Ultimately, I don't tell you how to run the country or do your job. I don't know what to do. Jesus Christ, I've made some terrible mistakes. Look at my clothing. Yeah. But, you know, I will stress this. Yeah, that's what I was like struggling with. Because I was just saying, like, you know, we're all good mannered, aren't we, English people, all like sexually repressed and stifled. Why is it over here then that you can't say the word toilet? What's so troubling about the restroom, bathroom, oh my god. Like, but now if I go into a shop and say, could I use the toilet, I feel like I've referred directly to my own anus. Surely you mean the restroom, buddy. Yes, the restroom, where I'm going to rest to such a point that my rectum dilates and I defecate. So thoroughly rested will I be. I'll be a funnel for material. But, you know, I've come here really with a buoyant message of goodness and hope for everyone. I try and be sort of a good person on account of the fact of the divine light of God, you know, sort of within us all, that's elevating us, keeping us above the animals, below them, sometimes spiritually, beside them, occasionally behind them, if you like that sort of thing. Because, like, yeah, I try and be a good person, but it's difficult, you know, to be a good person, right, in this context. Forever stimulated are we to make commitments to the material world, transient and illusory though it may be. I try to do good things, but sometimes I do them for the wrong reason, like e.g. este noche, as the Spanish would say, give an half an opportunity, right? On the way here tonight, I see a homeless person by an ATM, best place for them, who knows? I'm not going to go to the homeless, but they're right on side with the homeless. I've not come here across the fucking ocean to go, the homeless, wankers, you know? Well, that's probably words you might need a translation for. Wankers, it means jerk off or something, I guess, would be a direct translation. So I see, like, I saw a homeless person by a cash machine and I thought, oh, you know, give him $1 and that. Yeah, because I sort of like to be kind and that, but sometimes I think I do it for the wrong reasons, a little bit, because I sort of, you know, sometimes I do kind things because I want to have something good happen in return. That's called reciprocal altruism. You know, that's what that's actually known as, reciprocal altruism. Like, I will give $1 to a homeless person, but like tonight, for example, I gave him $1, but it's kind of because I was nervous about this gig, and I thought if I gave him $1, it might bring me good luck. Kind of like I use homeless people like these sort of scabby wishing wells, like good fortune, like they're karma vending machines. Pop in $1, I shall have good luck for the rest of the day. English people or British people will vouch for the fact, like, I'm famous, aren't I, in Britain? Yeah. You could be a bit more raucous there. Sounded lacklustre. Sounded like I had a kind of transitory fame. Oh God. Yeah, I am famous in England. Sometimes English people, like when I'm over here, where I'm not famous of course, English people go, oh that must be good for you, going to America and that, where you're not famous. Yeah, I fucking hate it. What would you like about not being famous? The endless chit-chat before the merest of blowjobs? Also, I've sort of built my personality around being famous now, a bit. You know, sort of like, this haircut without fame just looks like mental illness. Of course, things that are externally lacquered can't really give you satisfaction. Like, oh, perhaps if I get all nice and famous, perhaps that'll cheer me up. You might think things like that. It don't make no difference. It's still just embarrassing and awful. And fame, let me tell you, fame is no fun when you have to tell people that you have it. That's a little bit. I'm actually quite famous. Before you judge my haircut, this isn't its correct content. You should see it in the Albert Hall, or it comes alive. I've taken to carrying a laptop around with me so I can show people online clips, sort of self-validation. YouTube I've prostituted so brutally that I now call it simply MeTube. And Google is fucking bored of me, right? Like Google, because like all I ever Google is myself. Right? So like, as soon as I press R, it goes, Russell Brand, alright. Like it's presumptuous.